gonna show y'all how to change brakes and rotors on a 2004 Chevy Venture. This is a 3.3400 SF engine, 2004 Chevy Venture. It's already jacked up. I jacked it up in the middle so both sides of the wheels can go up. Now we're gonna take off this wheel here. This is going to give you access to the rotor and the brakes. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take off this bottom bolt right here, and then this whole thing will flip up, so you don't have to. But since we're going to take the rotor off, we're going to remove the brakes. In order to remove the brakes, we're going to take off this bottom nut here and this top nut here. The brakes have the rubber part, so you're going to remove this bolt. Remove this bolt with the rubber. Now to take off the rotor, let me take off the brakes first. Okay, so I took off the top bolt from here and the bottom bolt from here. That's these two bolts here. They go right here and here and here. So once you take these two bolts off, you're gonna remove your caliper. Sometimes it's hard to remove, but I pre-moved it already. So you're gonna put this out the way, and then you're gonna take your brakes off. Sometimes it's hard, so you just take a screwdriver, pop it out. Remove it this way. Remove the other one this way. Now, what we're gonna do to change the rotor, in order to change the rotor, to take this off, put the new one in, we gotta take off this bracket here. This bracket, right? So you have these two bolts with the rubber is for the brakes, and then this bolt right here is two bolts. This is the top bolt for the bracket, to remove this bracket. Then you have a bottom bolt right here. So you have 1, 2 bolts. You're gonna remove these two bolts, and this bracket will come off, and that's how you take off this rotor. Okay, so now I'm gonna take off these two bolts right here, the top and the bottom, and I shall be back. Okay, now we take off the two back bolts, this one and this one, and then this is gonna release this here. Then you can take off your rotor, right? So I'm gonna do that now. I already tightened them. So now the two bolts to hold this part. So this will come off just like that. See? Come on, just like that. Set that to the side. And then your rotor should come off easy. In the middle, right there. See, in the middle of the screen, so that people can see right there. Yep, in the middle of the screen. See? Now take it off, and there you have it. See? Now you want to clean all the debris. So you clean all the debris. All right. new rotor here. That's my new rotor. And you just slap it on the same way you took it off. You put it back on. There you have it. Now your new rotor is on. Now what you want to do is put back your bracket. That's this right here we just took off. So we're going to put this back on the same way we took it off. Goes around there, right there. Put your nut back in the top to hold it in place. Top nut, just the bottom nut. Line everything back up. All right. Now we're going to tighten it back up. Have it. Now I'm gonna extra torque it a little bit. To take that bolt off, you're gonna need a 15 socket. 15 for the bracket and 15 for the brakes. So now, torque it a little bit. And there you have it. That's the new rotor, right? You gotta go in the middle. There you go, right there in the middle. Now, what we're gonna do is put the brakes back on. So now, I got some new brakes right here. Got some new brakes right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change these little holders right here and put the new ones on. It easily snaps on. If you put them on wrong, they won't go on. So it's easy to put them on. Change this out. Put the new one. If we're gonna go new, might as well go new all over, all around. Those ones in. Then we're gonna put on our new brakes. New brakes. So
what's a brake?
we're gonna put on the new brakes. And this, some of them come with directions. This one says inner. This one says outer. So this goes on the outside. So you want to go up, make sure it's in the bracket here. Go up in there and down in there. Fits right in there. Right, you see it, guys? Right in there, outer. Now you put the back, the inner. Same way. Up in there. Down in there. Perfect. Now, I put some grease on the out and the in. A little bit of grease. Okay, I already got the brakes on now. Locked everything in. We got the new rotor. You put down the bracket. You got the brakes on. Now, you're gonna put your brakes on already. So now we gotta put the caliper back on. So guys, you gotta understand that this caliper here, this comes out to push towards the brakes. So in order to put the brakes back on, you gotta make sure you push this caliper back in. So what I usually do, hold this for me. I use the U-clamp. I get an old brakes, put the U-clamp right there, and then I lock it in. I already pushed it in a little bit, guys, so see, I pushed it all the way in, and this will go all the way in, right? So with that being said, that's all the way in. That's your final step. Now you can lock it on the brakes in the middle. Now you gotta lock it in. So you want to make sure the rubbers is in the middle of the caliper. Make sure your wires not cross. Make sure this wire is not crossed right here, your brake wire. Make sure it's not crossed. You see how it's nice and straight? Make sure it's not crossed, because if you do it like this, you're gonna get no, so you wanna make sure it's nice and cross, nice and straight and not crossed right there. Then you lock it back in. Now we're gonna lock it in. Then you got your top bolt. Make sure it goes in neat. If it don't go in, if it give you a hard time, that means your rubber is not straight. In the middle here, right here, it means your rubber is not straight and it's hitting the rubber. So make sure it's clear so it can go straight in. Down there, this one same way. See how it's crooked? Now, where you push the bolt in, it usually straightens it up. It goes straight in, see? Now, all you gotta do is tighten this at the top, tighten the bottom, you're good to go. Put your wheel on, and then you go. Don't start the car. You're gonna pump until it get hard. Now, let me lock this in and put the wheel on, and then I'll show you guys the other one. I'll be back. Okay, audience, I already locked the tire in, changed the rotor, changed the brakes. Now, what we need to do is get in here and pump the brakes, right? Since we just changed the rotor and the brakes, it's gonna be soft. The brakes gonna be soft, so you just gotta pump it. All right, pump it. See how it's soft? The way down. Now it's gonna gradually come up. Just pump it until it get real hard. You see how it's getting hard? See, now it's hard. See how I didn't go way down no more? And that's it. Now you should be good to go. And notice I didn't start the car yet, guys. So don't start the car. Just pump. And see how it got real hard. And yeah, you're good to go. After that, you should be able to stop on a dime, baby. And this is Mr. Flores, and I'm out. Until next time, guys, be safe and take care of each other. I'm out.